Hey everyone, I'm going to explain to you how I've been paying my mortgage off much faster by building my own houses. And if you stick around towards the end of the video, I'm going to explain how that actually helps you accumulate about $1 million by the time you retire. Disclaimer, this is not tax advice or financial advice. This is just me sharing an idea. If you enjoy content on personal finance, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and ring the bell so that way you get notifications every time I release a new video, and smash that like button if you want to support this channel. With this method, you can still become mortgage free with only 3 years of work over a 10-year span. Something else I want to mention is it helps significantly if you have a construction background or carpentry background or framing background alone. Anything like that is going to be a significant help to do in this process. So if you're somebody that's hands-on, isn't afraid to get their hands dirty, this is for you. So what we're going to leverage is called the home sale tax exclusion. So using this method, the home sale tax exclusion will get you there quicker because you make tax-free gains off the homes when you sell them.
That's like insane.
And just so you're aware, I have personally done the home sale tax exclusion twice so far in my lifetime. So how do you qualify for such a thing? So you must own and occupy the house you build for 2 years or more to qualify for the home sale tax exclusion, and it must be your primary residence. I mean, this is a huge advantage to somebody that's trying to do this. So there are some limitations to this. You can only claim up to $250,000 if you're a single individual, and if you're a married couple, it's twice that at $500,000. So just to give you an example of how this would work, let's say you built a house and you only had $100,000 in it. You lived in it 2 years as your primary residence. You sold it for $200,000. So the difference between the 100 and the 200 is $100,000. That would be tax-free. So you would have had to make $130,000 on your regular 9-to-5 type job to make that kind of money. That's the power of the home sale tax exclusion. Okay, so let's say you built the house. You decided, hey, I only want to live in it for 1 year and sell it. Well, the problem with that is you're going to get taxed at ordinary income. So let's say you sold it in between year 1 and 2. At this point, you would get taxed as long-term capital gains, which is 15%. So it may not sound like a lot, but if you take 15% of $100,000, that's $15,000. So at my income level, that's significant. So it's worth me doing the home sale tax exclusion. So the trick is to live in the house for 2 years before you sell it, and then you're okay, tax-free. In this timeline, this is an average American home that I'm going to use in the example. Year 1, let's say you built the house for $120,000 because you did most of the work yourself. Boom, there you are, $120,000 in debt, and that's it for a house that's going to be valued around $200,000. So you're already way ahead of the game, even if you stopped here. The next thing you're going to do is live in that same house for 2 years. So years 2 and 3, you're going to be in that house. Okay, so now that you see where this is going, all right, year 4, you're going to sell that first house and then build your second house. And at this point, you're going to sell it for, let's say, $200,000. Again, every market's different, but I'm just going off what average home sales are, and that tends to be about it in America. We sell the house for $200,000, and we have $120,000 in debt from the first house. So we take that difference, which is $80,000, and apply it towards that first debt of $120,000. So that leaves us with negative $40,000 that we still owe. So what we do with years 5 and 6, we're going to live in that house for another 2 years like we did the first one. So we sell that house for $200,000, and the difference between what we have in it and what we sell it for is $80,000. So that leaves us with another $80,000 of tax-free gains, and then we apply that to that $40,000 debt that we owe from this whole process so far. So you end up having a positive $40,000 after you get your third house finished. And that's only at year 7. I know that was a lot to take in, so I'm just going to do a quick recap on that math. So you borrow $120,000, you build your first house, you sell that house, you make $80,000. build your second house, borrow another $120,000. Then you sell that house and then you make another $80,000. And then collectively you've made $160,000 total by building your own houses. And then you apply that towards the house you're going to build, which will be your third house. So you're going to have $40,000 left over and be mortgage free. Okay, so that's the gist of how you do only 3 years of work and have your mortgage paid off in under 10 years. I don't know how else you can do that being a typical American. In order for this math to work out on this timeline correctly, you would have to build the similar value house and the similar everything in order for this math to work out. So for instance, if you upgraded your house with each new house because you're wanting to do
lifestyle inflation,
Please God, don't fall prey to lifestyle inflation.
which is what you don't want to do. But if you do that, you're going to have to build 4, maybe even 5 houses, depending on how much you upscale with each house. With this timeline, this is showing you the fastest way possible to get to being mortgage free. So, if you're doing a lot of the work on your own, it may take the whole 10 years because, the transition between house 1 and 2 might be 3 years, and transition between house 2 and 3 might be 4 years. I don't know, everyone's situation is different, but this is just giving you the timeline of how it could work. Okay, so I know a lot of you are going to be happy just knowing how to pay your mortgage off that fast, but I'm going to go a step further, how to make $1 million. So here's how you do it. If you took out a mortgage for $200,000, if you didn't build your own house, and you got it at, let's say, a 5% rate, over a 30-year period after paying $1,073 a month on that payment, it's going to cost you about $386,000 for that $200,000 house. But if you did the timeline that I showed you in the example, that's only going to cost you about $30,000 in payments while you're building your own homes. So just that difference alone is significant. So the difference between not building your own house and building 3 of your own houses, you save about $350,000 over the term of the loan. So let's say you took that $1,073 and invested it in an S&P 500 index fund that gives you an average return of 7%. After 20 years, that's going to be $548,000. So if you took that same $548,000 at the end of the 20 years and invested in that same index fund for an additional 10 years without any additional monthly contributions, at the end of that 10 years, you're going to have a little over $1 million. So I'd like to challenge you to comment below if you know how to make $1 million with only 3 years of work without a PhD. It's going to be very challenging. I like to think I'm somebody in between Dave Ramsey and Robert Kiyosaki. For those of you watching who you don't know who either one of those people are, I'll put a link in the description below so you can go check out their books. I'm a huge fan of both of these guys. I'm like Dave Ramsey with a credit card, but I'm like Robert Kiyosaki because I love to use leverage. Also, comment below if you've ever built your own house or ever dabbled in anything like this, whether it be house flipping or anything. Spending 3 years of your life working your typical job and building a house at the same time is definitely not something easy. But you can definitely use subcontractors as leverage. The whole thing you gotta remember, it's usually only gonna take you 3 years to do this. And before you go dabbling in this experience, go check with your planning office and your local building codes and see if building your own home is possible. Some places make you take a test and qualify to do this. But when it's all said and done, none of it really matters that much. You just gotta do what you think's best and what you and your family want. And don't worry about what anybody says. If you want to do this, do it. You always get negative feedback no matter what you do in life. So this type of content may be different than all the other content on the internet. All these get-rich-quick schemes you see floating around online, that is certainly not the way to make money. Making money is a lot of work. So if you made it this far in the video, that tells me you must have enjoyed what you've seen so far. Statistically, less than half the audience makes it this far into the video. I'd like to give you a little rundown on who I am. My name's Josh Berg. So starting around the age of 13, I've always been taught to work for what you want. So my dad set me up with this tree planting work. So I go around and plant trees on clear cuts to earn extra money. So I ended up being able to buy my own dirt bike. I bought a go-kart. I bought a four-wheeler. I bought PlayStation, everything I wanted, I bought my own. Now, I was very fortunate to have a father to be able to lead me in the right direction. So by the time I reached around the age of 17, I was able to sell everything I worked for and then upgraded to a Toyota Tacoma. So this kept telling me, hey, if I keep buying and investing in things, I can eventually upgrade and get bigger and better things. So to me, it was unbelievable. So I had this opportunity to make money, invest, get the things I wanted, and it was amazing. So having a child right out of high school, I had to make good financial decisions. I didn't have an opportunity to go to grad school or get a high-paying job. I had to grind it out and make it work. So here I am now, age 32. I have 2 wonderful daughters and a beautiful wife, and I couldn't really ask for anything more. But this is what I want this channel to be about, influencing each other to get ahead and try your best. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.